Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Got something a little bit different today. Instead of showing you something I've got or bought, I'm going to be showing something that I made for one of my classes. So I took a digital media class this past semester from my school, and one of the assignments was to make an album cover. So obviously, Beatles kind of first thing popped in my mind to something to do, and one of my Beatles buddies here suggested to do what the original Beatles butcher cover was supposed to look like, according to the Robert Whitaker kind of specs, I guess you can call it. So there's like a Wikipedia page about the Beatles butcher album, and then under artwork, it kind of gives you a rundown of what he did and what it was supposed to do, or what it was supposed to be like. And So I'm going to kind of go through what I made. I actually made a physical album here. The one I had to turn in for my art class had to be like on a piece of paper, and I want to do some more stuff to it that wouldn't quite worked out. My professor liked the idea. He had some suggestions and stuff like that, but it wasn't really quite what I was looking for per se. So I decided to make my own thing after class was done, and I just guess I'll go kind of through what Robert Whitaker um, wanted it. At least I'm gonna what I interpreted his kind of blurb paragraph on what it could have been, and I'm gonna show you this one first. We got the Beatles songs, stories, songs, pictures, and stories, and kind of had this idea about the three-quarter gatefold here to make a kind of a two-panel gatefold for my butcher album here, as the original uh, intent was to be a triptych, or kind of like have a front panel and then two panels here, and let's see, yeah, triptych design across the panels here. So I'll probably link the Wikipedia page so you guys can look it up and see what your own interpretations might be. But he originally called it a somnambulant adventure. So somnambulant is kind of like a sluggish, kind of slow type definition of that word. So anyway, so here is the front cover here, and going from the VJ album here, the panels would fold out like this and like this. So that would be the front cover. So the front cover has the Beatles Butcher element stuff to it. He wanted halos on top of the Beatles, and it's a slightly different picture from the Beatles Butcher album to kind of represent kind of Russian, um, kind of a religious Russian idols and stuff like that, with the kind of the gold and silver background. So I just added the Beatles up top and Yesterday and Today at the bottom with the same font, and then I added the halos to this picture for my design, and then the Butcher album cover itself was actually going to be on the back. It's supposed to be smaller, according to his thing, but I just made a back cover design with all this kind of the standard capital stuff, and with all the song titles and stuff like that. So for each individual kind of panel here, that kind of spreads out like that. We got George Harrison there nailing three nails into John's head that was supposed to have a wooden kind of filter on top. Probably some Jesus reference there on the cross and all that kind of stuff. And then on this one, we were supposed to use the picture with the Beatles holding the sausages from this lady here, kind of representing the umbilical cord inside a womb here. So pretty interesting ideas. That's kind of far out there, but that's kind of what they wanted to do, kind of expand and push the limit. So let's see if I can get a full shot here. So that's kind of it all expanded out. Try to see the full triptych kind of element to it. And yeah, so that's what I end up doing. I try to follow kind of his guidelines and interpret that the best that I could. I guess I'll kind of read it through it here. So let's see. So he said the butcher photos appear on the central portion of the triptych. Again, this is a slightly different picture than the original butcher album, so I put that one on the back. And then the middle panels said to have bejeweled silver halos would be added behind each members of the head. I added it to be kind of gold to kind of match everything else. And then the top part would be gold and silver, kind of again represent Russian religious icons and stuff like that. It's kind of meant to represent the fans, kind of worshiping them of idols, and they had some like false teeth in kind of the picture too, to kind of false gods and godlike images for the golden calf and stuff like that. And then again on the string of sausage symbolizing the umbilical cord for that one. So I did the best I could for that one. And then the third part was George hammering long nails in John Lennon's head with a wood grain. And then the horizon would be flipped from sky and from the ocean. So I didn't really talk about that too much here. So let's see, yeah. So you got the ocean here and the sky down there. So you wanted it to be kind of flipped there. So yeah, that's pretty much it. For the actual record itself, I found like a really beat up record that had no really any value. But, we also had to make our own record label, so it couldn't just be like the standard record label with the time um, and the song listings on it. So it had to be like a certain style. Anyway, so that's the label, matched the Capital Rainbow label, but I added the Beatles bass drum in the center, and then of course John Paul and George's guitars around the front. So I think at least looks nice. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got to show. I thought it would just be kind of interesting and see what you guys had thought of this kind of alternate Beatles Butcher album. Maybe they'll do something cool for the 60th anniversary for like Record Store Day or something like that. So yeah, if you want to read the original artwork and then maybe think of some other ideas that you would have had for this record here, let me know. Again, I'll go through it one time here. So there's the front. I also made it kind of cut off so you can see the Beatles up top. There's the center photo. There's the side. And the other one. One more final look. Have it all folded out. And the back here. So, there you go. I kind of hope you enjoyed something that I made. That was kind of a fun little project, even though it's not exactly what I want. When I turned it in, at least I finally got to make one now. And I'm recording this probably about 2 or 3 weeks before this video is going to be released, because I'm actually going to give this to my friend who recommended it for a Christmas present. So hopefully he'll get this and enjoys that. So anyway, got some more Beatles updates soon, and you'll probably see before this video anyway. So I hope you enjoyed looking at that, and then maybe we'll see something like that for, again, a Record Store Day for the 60th anniversary. So thanks for watching.